right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Cody, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good today. I woke up a little nauseous, not feeling too hot, but after I went to the chiropractor, whew, this is so much better. I feel much better.
I know, I'm like,
I feel really good today. Yeah, definitely awake right now and just happy. Yeah.
That's awesome. How long were you in the hospital from, start to finish?
That's a good question. I don't know.
It was 90 days.
90 days.
Yeah, 3 months. Yeah, we got in July 11th and Thursday, October 8th. So, and then of course a week in Charlottesville at the Yellow Door apartment, which didn't have to be as long as we originally thought, but it's because he was in the hospital so long. So, yeah.
How does it feel to finally be home?
Oh my gosh, it's so relaxing. It feels amazing. Being outside and like the real peace and quiet. When I was at the hospital, you had the stop signs, the wait, and all the electronic sounds and
when
cars.
we were outside.
When we were outside.
When we would go outside, it was.
Now I get to be calm in the fall weather, I love the fall weather, and being next to family and just in my own bed, it's all amazing. It's so much better. I feel more normal, if that makes sense.
We should tell about when when he said wait, it was referencing being outside of the hospital. So the few times we could step outside, we would just cross the street and be in like the chairs.
The crosswalk.
So there's the crosswalk that is constantly beep, beep, and telling people wait. And then all the trucks going, "Rrr." And so one time, I can't help but tell stories, but one time we were sitting there and I said, all right, Cody, just close your eyes. That whirring, that's the person on the beach blowing all the sand, and then, and oh, that sound is, whatever. I'm just kind of creating all these like sounds at the beach. And then all of a sudden there was this big
backfire of a engine. We were like, someone just got shot.
We're still okay. We're just chilling at the beach.
It was hilarious.
Still at the beach.
So even though we got outside, all you hear is wind through the leaves.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
How do you feel being home, Gina?
Thankful. Absolutely thankful. I just very thankful. From a mom standpoint, it's actually a little bit harder because in the hospital, it was just Cody. It was just Cody and just his care, which was hard. But, and there were so many people helping here, with my daughter who was home and just taking care of all the other things. And so being at home, then you have all the other things still. So that's hard on me. It's hard being back without Todd. So, obviously, he passed in December, so we had those few months before, but there's just something about coming back, and so it's actually been a little extra hard on me, but I am thankful. I'm thankful we're not in the hospital. I'm thankful we can continue the healing journey, here. I always say he's the same, well, maybe not exactly the same patient. You are getting better, but we're still dealing with the same things that we were in the hospital. But now we have a home, and now we have a kitchen, we have a comfortable bed. So those things will help that healthy environment and promote more healing. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you talk about where you are now as far as, I know you've got the new heart, but there's still challenges, right?
Mm-hmm. Still dealing with PLE, protein-losing enteropathy. It's odd. It's really odd, honestly, because some days it'll be like, man, like I think I'm getting better and this is going away, and then I'll have days where it's like, this is just awful, or I'm throwing up. And just from a PLE standpoint, mentally, I am beat. I am so done with it. Physically, I'm also very tired. I'm walking up and down stairs trying to do more, but man, I get like wiped out. My legs get so tired. I lost so much muscle, which annoys me. So getting better, definitely a long journey ahead.
Yeah. And then the rejection piece is kind of an invisible thing to us.
Yeah.
Truly, it's like there's a war going inside that we can't see.
Yeah, that
you know,
stuff
and
is.
so that is, you just trust the doctors, you know, and they're still trying to figure that piece out. So
Is it rejection?
yeah, so we're not trying to prevent it, which is the normal route. It is active, and that was from the very beginning. Literally while his chest was still open, they knew right away. So I have a hard time with the word rejection because it's such a emotional word. You know, I think people hear that word and they think, I don't want you. You know, like that's the way we think of it, and it's a scientific, you know, thing happening in his body, because do we want this heart? Yes, we're so thankful, right? We're so thankful, and one day hopefully we'll meet the donors, and we love it, and it's beautiful. We have video of it. I mean, it's just an amazing thing. So just finding the right meds. He still goes for infusions. We've been back to UVA at least once a week since we've been back. He'll be back on Friday. He has another cath and a biopsy. So that's why I said we're still in it, but they'll figure it out. We're confident that they'll figure it out. But because he's in rejection, and it's called antibody-mediated rejection, it's all the antibodies going on in his body, he's immune suppressed, you know, completely. So we lay low. We just lay low.
Yeah.
But we can take laying low.
Yeah.
It's temporary. I told him in the hospital when it was hard. Mentally in the hospital, that was really, really hard on Cody. And what would I tell you? It's a
blip.
A blip.
A blip.
Like one day, it's a blip.
Yeah.
One day we'll be back. And so we can look at this. And right?
Yeah.
Tell her, remember we're getting the elevator to go down? What did I say? We're on the blip. We're on the of the blip.
The end of it.
So now the time at home.
Yeah.
Another temporary.
So to make sure I understand this, you have the heart and it was able to go in. I know that was a concern with some of the other hearts, right, that weren't able, but it's your body's rejecting it a little bit. Is that kind of?
Do you want to try to explain?
I don't even know if I can. I'm so confused with the medical world.
Let me just say that, you know, I have learned a lot through the decades of all different body systems, you know, and the immune system takes the cake. That thing is so incredibly complex, unbelievable. They think his PLE condition is partly why this happened, because protein losing enteropathy, your body gets rid of essential proteins, electrolytes, but it also gets rid of immunoglobulins, and that's basically antibodies. That's another word for it. So I think in that pre-transplant blood work, when his PLE, you know, was so bad and your numbers are down, that it just kind of, those certain antibodies that are specific to the heart tissue that was donated, it just went under the radar. So because of the PLE. So, but they knew right away. And so literally like day one, he had his heart surgery the 25th. On the 26th, that's when they were already doing all the the plex and just stripping his, I mean, it was just the blood. And yeah, they were actively like, all right, we got to support the body from the very, very beginning. So it's been a long process.
And they have a treatment plan for this?
It keeps changing.
Yeah.
It keeps changing. So yeah, we got to get those antibodies down. They're still high. So they're going to switch meds. We don't know. We're literally right now, they said that we're done with that type of infusion, and we'll let you know what we think of as our next step of what we're going to do.
So let's go back to when you found out you were getting the heart. Obviously lots of hearts that came available and then weren't. What went through your minds again when you found out, okay, we're taking the next step, we're hopefully, you know, getting somewhere?
That's a good question. Nervous. Very nervous, I think, especially when we had that first scare of we could have this heart, and then they were like, oh, no. That night when they were like, we found you a heart, that was like, wow, okay, this is real. Like before it was just, oh, I'm on a list for a surgery that I'm gonna have, and then once I found out that we're actually going forward with this and I'm gonna have a heart, it was like, okay, this is very real now. And then being in the hospital after I got the heart was nothing like I thought it would be. I mean, I thought it was the way I'll be honest, the way they described it was like, you'll get the heart, we'll do a couple things with meds to see antibodies, and then you should be good. I mean, that's basically how I took it. It felt like it was going to be a piece of cake, and then just the journey is not at all what I expected it to be. It was rough mentally, physically, emotionally, all the least. Literally all of them. So I think the day realizing we were readily going forward with it, nervous is the best way to describe it.
You want to say when you saw the poster of the babies with the scars when we went for a follow-up?
Yeah, when we went for a follow-up, so they took me back to get my weight and blood pressure, and in the room there's an image of all these babies and they have heart surgery scars, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just went through that. I think that was the first time that it really hit me that I just went through a heart transplant and had heart surgery. It was weird. It was really weird. It was wild to think that it had blip is the best way to describe it, because it went like this and I just realized that I had something that big happen to me. That was wild.
When they were describing it to you, of course there was many pre-appointments, but I remember being in the room and there was excitement about how different your life will be, when your oxygen rate, your oxygen saturation will go up and you'll just be able to do things that you weren't able to do before. And so there was that excitement for, down the road, and he was getting excited, but he had 4 open heart surgeries as a baby and a toddler. So I mean, plus all the gazillions of caths and all that. So, but all of that had finished by the time he was 4 years old. So he doesn't remember any of it. So when they were saying all that in the doctor's room and he was getting excited, I don't know if you remember this, but I literally was like, I just want you to know, I'm not trying to take away your excitement, and I'm happy you're excited.
Yeah.
But I know what we're about to get into. And so you have to give me grace that I'm not sitting here looking excited.
Yeah.
And then when we were in the hospital and it was all the Lees,
I was like, okay, I see what you meant. I see.
This is rough. Yeah. This is rough.
Yeah.
But.
And when did you all realize, or did the doctor say that you would need the heart transplant? Is that years or months ago?
Months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Todd passed away December 12th. His funeral was December 20th. And I think it was the next day. It was all a blur, but it was all right around then that Cody said, Mom, I'm feeling this way. He had started to collect fluid, and there was always a place that he always collected fluid, and I was like, here we go again. And so when we started, we saw his cardiologist again, it's January. That was the first time they mentioned transplant. He told me on the phone first, and he said, I needed you to digest this so that when Cody's in the room with us, we're not telling him for the first time. But what's interesting is we love Dr. Schneider, his cardiologist, since he was a baby. He's a family friend now. He actually apologized. He said, I'm sorry I never said the word transplant before now, because the babies that have to go through the series of 3 surgeries when they're little, nowadays, like in the 16 years since he started that process, somewhere in that 16 years, they actually tell the families now, you're going to have this surgeries 1, 2, 3, but at some point, you're probably going to have a transplant. But that wasn't the verbiage when he was a baby. So in this pediatric cardiology world, it's constantly getting better, changing. They're learning so much all the time. And so it was just kind of one of those things, like we tell people that now, but you missed that window, and so kind of surprised. So it really wasn't till January. Yeah.
So last Thanksgiving, what were you doing? How was life a year ago?
I was normal. What? I don't know. I was running around playing, having fun. I mean, I will get there eventually. Again, time. But, I mean, in my eyes, what I recall as normal, I was, eating food and not rejecting it. Or I don't think I had PLE. I don't remember having PLE. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was playing outside. I was very happy. I am happy. I'm actually really excited for Thanksgiving this year. I can't wait to eat all the food. I don't care what happens with my body. I am very excited.
He's going to eat the food.
Yes, I am going to eat the food.
Enjoy the food.
Exactly. I can't remember if family came over or not last year, but if they did, I was hanging out with family. I was just, I don't know, not a worry in the world. Really. I think Dad was also healthy at that time. No, he wasn't.
No.
Yeah, he was in the other room.
It's starting to come back to you.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't healthy at that time.
I think you're remembering a lot of previous Thanksgivings.
No, it was still a great Thanksgiving. We had a great time. It was a good time. Dad was just in the other room.
Yeah.
So, Dad was not healthy. He had cancer at that time, and we had him in the other room. That was not fun. But Thanksgiving was fun. Just being around family, eating food, watching sports. Let's go Broncos. So it was a good time, and I can't wait for this year. Family's going to come down. That's going to be exciting. And even though I am dealing with this stuff, again, I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna have fun. We're gonna do good. Yeah.
And the PLE, as far as people ask, like, what can he eat, or it's really.
It's just keeping it down.
Yeah.
That's really it. Keeping it in.
Keeping it in.
Keeping it in.
That's hilarious. No. But focusing on high protein, low fat, and as nutritious as possible, but it's really like
keeping it
what
in.
is his body going to hold on to? We don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Which, the throw up has actually gotten better. That part has definitely gotten much better. Before, when I first had it and in the hospital, it was, I don't know if you want me to go into detail.
It's up to you.
Cut out all
yeah, they can cut it out. All right. Yeah.
And I feel like you've probably told me this before, but remind me, the PLE, will that go away at some point?
Yes.
So the hope
Yes,
is, I'm looking at Avery also. When the heart is healthy, strong beats, we've got, and it's functioning with all 4 chambers, that it just kind of relieves the other organs. And they're like, thank goodness, this is the way it's supposed to, work. The hard part was with the rejection and the antibodies, the new heart is still stressed. And so it's like those two things are battling each other. So the heart's still stressed. So he even said, he looked at his list of meds, there's 22 meds. And he's like, why is one of these, actually a couple of them, heart medicines? I'm like,
I was mainly confused about that because every time I go to the hospital for a checkup, they're like, your heart's doing great. It's pumping great. Looks good. And they're like, before I left, they said, the reason you're not in here is, you're not in here because of heart problems right now. You're in here because of PLE. So I was very confused when I saw medicine for the heart.
Yeah, why am I on a heart medicine? But it's under some stress still because of the rejection, so they're helping it. But those won't be forever.
Yeah.
But hopefully while it's getting help, then the PLE will resolve, and then when all the nutrition stays, it's just this kind of crazy back and forth. So
it's really a domino effect, honestly. It's or that's how it sounds right now, is once one thing gets fixed or feels better, everything else should start to feel better.
We hope.
Yeah,
we hope.
That's the hope.
Yeah. I was just looking at
oh my gosh.
His little bald spot. This is part of the figuring out rejection stuff. So that was one of the first medicines, and Yeah.
Yeah.
The bald spot.
That was
and yeah, was one of the things that after a while they were like, okay, your body is not doing good with this one, so let's switch. So we just, and they said, when they said, we'll mess around with meds, that's how it goes, we'll mess around with meds. This is the messing around with meds, you know, like this is us trying to figure it out, or them trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Have they given you like a time frame for when you'll be able to go back to school, go back to normal-ish activities?
I don't know. No,
Yeah,
not really. No.
They really got to figure out
Yeah.
that rejection piece.
Yeah.
I mean, we hope spring semester.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still kind of half of November and all of December left.
Time.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully we're believing spring semester. I want you to be in the spring play.
Yeah, that would be
JF
awesome.
Spring play is Les Mis.
Les
We gotta
Mis.
be in Les Mis.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to do
Yeah.
Les Mis.
Okay, dream role and Les Mis.
I had no idea like anything about it until my mom forced it down my throat and we watched the movie.
Oh,
So
bet that
I
was
don't know. I don't know anything about it, really.
Forced it down your throat. That's a pretty.
It's true. The second we found out Les Mis was gonna happen, it was like Les Mis.
We did it when I was in high
You
school.
gotta study. Oh, Les Mis is iconic.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't really know much about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of different
Something.
male roles.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's exciting.
Yeah.
And if you do make it back, everyone will be rooting for you. You were great in High School Musical.
Thank you.
That's the last one I saw you in. So
Thank you.
excited for the future. Now, I want to ask you guys, you have had a year, right? Losing your dad and husband, all of this. But through it all, every time I've spoken to you guys, even in the really rough moments, y'all have been laughing. You've had this sense of just unspeakable joy despite your circumstances. Tell me about that. Where does that come from?
God. Honestly, with everything he's given us, family, a community, a church community, just that he's the source of it all, for sure. Definitely, yeah, really, that's the answer.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like during every moment, we always went back when we were laughing, being like, oh, thank you, Lord, for this. Thank you for this laughter. Thank you for the tears. I mean, all of it. We would always thank him for it. So, yeah, that's where it all comes from.
Yeah. And when people say to us, you know, how do you do it? You know, how do you do it? I'm like, you're the same person that said you're praying for us. That's how.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you're praying for, right? Is that we will be strengthened by him, that he carries us. And I told Cody the other day, that the saint, right? The word saint is ST, it's the initials ST, and it's a constant journey of surrender and trust. It just hit me. Now it's for the world. I'm like, but I was like, oh my gosh, I just kept seeing ST.
And it's hard.
It is
It's
hard to
very
surrender
hard.
and trust, but it is the trust, I think, that allows us to keep enjoying.
through it.
Yeah. Because I think you also look back. I will say that. I think the other thing is the ability to trust is because there is a history, and there were so many times in the hospital, or how long he was in the hospital as a baby, that things would happen and you're like, oh, we're not going home, or oh my gosh, there's another complication and things are taking longer. But you can look back and be, oh my gosh, if that bad thing hadn't happened, then they wouldn't have found this out, you know, and that could have been catastrophic to not find out. Or, you know, you can just, there's so many different ways it could have played out. And so as hard as things are, golly, they could be harder.
Yeah.
You know, there's so.
Yeah.
And
you mentioned,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
The community, you know, having people come and help. What has that been like?
Amazing. Really
Humbling.
helpful. Yeah. I don't know. I thank you, everyone. Truly. I don't think we would have been able to do it without them. they mean, our community, everyone around us means a lot to us, especially now, and everything that they've done for us. I hope we could show it. I hope we could show our gratitude. But yeah, I hope I answered your question. I don't even know what the question was.
About the community and helping.
Yeah.
It's humbling.
It is.
And it just makes you want to do for others even more, because you know how much of an impact it made on you, and so you just want to pass it on and just to help.
That, I will admit, I think I got that from my dad. I don't, like, he always wanted to help people and never really wanted to receive help. And not that I don't like receiving help, but right now I'm like, I've gotten so much help that it's like, how do I really want to give back. I don't know how to at the moment, but I hope I will. And I hope
I open those doors.
Yeah.
Right? Uses our experiences to help us help others. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys have certainly had enough experience.
We're good with the experiences. Now let us help.
Yeah.
We know what people are going through on this,
Yeah.
So incredible.
Thank you.
You've inspired me. You've encouraged myself, and I know so many people that I've talked to have said they've been encouraged by you guys. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
I will add on to the helping thing. I think one of the other things that I hear often is, well, what can I do to help, or how can I help? And when people are in crisis mode or stress mode, it's hard to think, right? It's hard to be creative or come up with ideas, even though there's probably a gazillion. And so I think deep down people know how they can help, because we all have our different gifts and talents. And I mean, even this is just for you. There's some people are blessed with money and they can give money. Some people are blessed with the ability to cook and they can cook. And some people are blessed with the ability to write beautiful words and they can send cards. And some people are prayer warriors. And, it's like, we know what we're able to do. So just do it. We don't need, I think some people think they need permission before they do the help. And I think, just do it. Just, right?
Nike.
Oh my gosh. Maybe that wasn't a good thing to say. Just help. Just help.
Yeah. How we get shirts made with like a different swoosh. Just help.
Just help.
Oh gosh. Or you can. Yeah. That's probably another one. You can do it.
Yeah. I feel like that can be an excuse sometimes, right, for not doing it. It's like, I know what I should do, but they don't want this, but if the Lord's calling you to do it.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, and people will also say, oh, well, I didn't want to, text and bombard you. And I'm like, how is a text bombarding? Read it and know someone's thinking about you. That's just good, So that's spiritual warfare, though. That's all that is. I would not be mad at someone, for not doing anything, but you just know that's spiritual warfare out there, And so just like, who are you listening to, right? What voice?
Yeah.
So.
You guys are incredible.
Thank
you for letting us come and talk to you guys.
Of course.
I know there will be a lot more people that will definitely be praying for you guys and looking for ways to help. And that's the message, right?
Yes,
just do it. I'm looking directly at the camera. You said just do it. If you're thinking about it, do it. Directly from the Becks.
That's good. I know. Yeah, come over. We just love to talk.
Truly. Let's do this.
Oh, goodness. Aw, truly. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from ABC 13 News.